Yeah, you guys thought the ultimates. Why are they so clear on Gen.G? For a second, I thought it was some sort of like massive big brain because I thought maybe the ultimates would win.
The ultimate just based on what they've been able to do, making the grand final at the last major, first killer consistently one of the best
Charizard?
in the world.
Charizard RL, it's not looking good for you.
Ever since
Let's watch him die.
Handpicked by Dan to join him. And then Chronic,
goodbye,
as well,
Charizard.
major champion. So I was expecting to be in the minority, but Gen.G has clearly won a lot of hearts and minds out there.
I mean, it's definitely deserved. This team has done a lot. They've really found themselves over the last year and a half or so, but ever since
All right, Aquasio, you have to play Win Fear's money.
I
don't know if we'll do it mid-series, but... Wait, it said he died? Did it really? Did it really?
To the team and to
Let
the
me check.
brand and to the mindset of
Oh my goodness, he died! Charizard's fine! Wait, bring Charizard back if you already sent him away. He did die. Dude, that was insane. Good read. Charizard is fine. He died last second somehow. Tolkus _85, who said ha. Oh my goodness. Tolkus _85, his last message is ha, presumably laughing at Charizard. Or actually, he's probably laughing at Calculated Kitten, who was really far behind. But yeah, Tolkus _85. I'm so sorry. So that everyone knows it's not a scam, I do have to show you briefly. You see, Tolkus, there he is, 97. My wife is making fun of me. Sorry, Tolkus.
He's very convincing on the offensive front, but he has been a little bit further back in the last few games. We've been able to see him on the stream here. Chronic low boost, tries to make a mid clear. Magic Bear to catch it. Enough to work with to get to the backboard. Maybe a follow. Sent out into the corner.
And by any measure, Justin still incredibly highly mechanical. And I think Justin was expecting a fake there, had jumped early. And that will be a numbers advantage for the
Why is Magic Bear's name Magic Bear? Anybody know?
Even though that attack wasn't coordinated by Gen.G, they've still done such a great job at maintaining this pressure. First killer using all his boost to go for that corner.
It's called Aura.
Chronic does help him out.
Got it.
Clear and gets the stop.
So if I just add an exclamation point question mark, I have Aura.
A little awkward there for Magic Bear, but there was a nice bailout and out into the mid, and that's what I'm liking.
Heavy
from
name
Gen.G.
bug.
Very solid follow-ups now. They seem to be trusting each other. Another demo. Big
No, not you. It doesn't work for me. Why does it not work for me?
Mid for the follow-up. Dead ball on first killer. LJ just trying his hardest. Ultimates have been.
You already have
struggling
Aura?
to
That's
get
what I'm talking about, dude. F that Carol Baskin has been
this one around the
just
corner.
gassing me up today.
No touch on it. Follow from Chronic maybe, but Magic Bear's following it on the nose of his car.
Cheese might have an open net here.
Ooh, maybe the people who are professional analysts on the stream are ball knowers? Is it safe to say that because the first goal went to Gen.G that they have won the series?
In an unexpected way, Cheese, recognizing the net was open, able to make the most of that, but that is not how I expected the first goal of the game to play out.
I'm not sure they did either, but honestly, great.
Is LJ back at home? Or is he still playing on Internet Cafe? Oh, the ultimates! First killer!
Gen.G has been playing pretty solid defense.
That was sick, dude.
Justin takes control of this ball. Tried to get a pass off, but just left it.
And now we got auto
Auto
cam.
Minute 38 on the clock here. Cheese up to Magic Bear. And again, it's a lot of these passes from the mid.
They might have just leaked the script, dude.
Doing a much better job of throwing a hand up and slowing
Fortunate.
them down, but the fact that Gen.G are able to get in so frequently.
If
really
Nah has 100 million haters.
Magic Bear launching that shot in.
This is the worst broadcast in Rocket League. Is that what the message was?
A few double commits by the ultimates. Open net.
Oh my goodness. The ultimates are terrible at the game. Why did I ever predict them?
First killer doesn't make contact. Wow.
Ooh, miss sidewall double, dude.
Talking about though, right? It's like there's a little bit of
That's a gaper.
desperation to the ultimates right now.
That is a gaper.
Catch up
There's
on
no
that
question.
one goal. They
The
thought they could
ultra
go with enough
mids.
time, and you just gotta find the slightest mistakes in the ultimates, and it is pretty. I'm not gonna say easy is the right word, but it is fairly frequent that you can catch the ultimates off guard, especially defensively. And now
Deep bump though.
Gen.G
And Justin still makes it work. There's been a couple of team bumps this game. The last one was the Ultimates, LJ and First Killer running into each other. Justin got bumped, but still stayed on the play, and there was a fake. No contact comes out on the shot.
You know what Koi would say to
Like,
this?
Cheese was last back, expecting Chronic to get a touch on this, and Chronic just lets it through.
You know what? Let
Sometimes
the mind games work. Do what you got to do on that
when I
one.
listen really hard,
Goal deficit, 42 seconds
I
on
think
the
I
clock,
can
but
hear his
still, we get off
voice.
the kickoff. All
The
four
bot
players.
kickoff.
Cheese tries to go out. It's 50
Full on
up
bot
and
kickoff. You'd love
around.
to see it.
Chronic
All
gonna go
4
for the
players
boost, but
on the
Cheese has
ball.
enough time to take a
Perfectly
shot.
mirrored.
Enough in time for Chronic to make that save, and 30 seconds on the clock left for Ultimates to get in this. It's their turn on last attack. But this clear back, this might have killed it for the Ultimates.
Ooh, Kron.
Cheese, it's
Wow, he just teed it directly into Cheese's hands.
Going early in those 2v1s, you want to go quickly, and Cheese landing a bump paves the way.
Oh
for an
my
overtime for
goodness.
Magic Bear. Cheese was the rock for Gen.G on this play.
LJ just teed it up. I mean, it wouldn't have been that big a deal if First Killer could get back to it, but
so much known potential, but my lord, since this roster move, there has just been a new level of confidence to him in his play style, and 2-0 up, 7 on the clock. It is just not enough for the Ultimates to get back into this game number 1. And there it is, Gen.G Mobile 1 make their opening
Ultramids.
statement and walk away with a win.
I didn't realize chat was gonna be onto something with the Ultramids.
Some mistakes from the Ultimates as well, but I do want to.
I feel like he almost said it. I don't know if it's just because I was saying it, but I feel like Jin's about almost called them
My
Ultramids.
answer was passion. And you know who's got passion? Cheese. Cheese has the passion. I've seen him continue to compete in these off-season events, but also never quitting. The grind. When he was almost replaced back in the day on his team, I think
That's
it was
true.
Chronic was the one who was potentially going to replace him. He didn't let that get him down. He loves this game. He wants to be the best that he can be. And Cheese really
True.
stepped up
Inspirational.
for Gen.G, especially on that last play.
Did the Ultimates
He was
just
so
win a
good.
major or something?
And
What has
Gen.G as a
happened?
whole, I think, are just
They got
playing with
second.
So much heart. And the
And in a
system
way,
is working out for them. They were
you know,
dominating that game, taking advantage
getting
of the
seconds
mistakes
is kind of
that
like winning the
Ultimates were
major,
making.
since KC's
Oh,
so
yeah.
clearly
There's
gonna win it.
like I said,
Do you speak
when
any
Justin
Spanish?
got brought in, you know, a lot of people questioned,
Me
are you
llamo
gonna get
Feer.
the same level of results you're gonna get before with the old roster, or is there gonna be
So,
something new? And
that
my
doesn't
goodness,
answer
something about Justin
question. I
being
don't know
brought
what
in and
could.
being locked in, especially if you're just an OG fan too, right? You
What's your
know
favorite kind of
Magic Bear
cheese?
are
Stream.
very excited
Stream
for this
cheese.
one and the whole roster. Like you said, there's a new level of heart to the play style and passion, of course. And well, you just see it beautifully out on the field. Now, though, passion needs to strike from the Ultimates as they're down by 1 in the series.
Yeah, but it is, it's a long series. Best of
I
seven.
didn't say string, I said
Chronic
stream.
bumped right off kickoff. Cheese had also jumped, though. Justin getting there quickly. Magic Bear tried to tip it away from LJ. LJ actually was able to get
Mr.
a touch on that
Worldwide.
ball.
We absolutely need that.
Cheese, nicely
How we don't
defending
already
off the
have this
back
emote
ball.
is insane.
The Ultimate, I think, are the team that need to make those adjustments, need to make at least some slight changes on how they're calming.
If
forward,
I'm the
deciding to
Ultimates,
go on
I
those
leave the
balls
nets
where
less gaping,
double commit
personally.
is a potential
That's just me,
mistake.
though.
We saw multiple double commits from them. We saw a few missed touches as well on top of double committing, and at this level against a team like Gen.G,
You know what they
you
need?
cannot make those level of mistakes.
They need
Oh,
Kep,
for
dude.
Sure. There's got to be also a level of
They need
respect
Kep, man.
given
I'm
to
gonna
the
say it.
Gen.G
They need
defense. You can't
Kep just camped
assume
in net for
that
them.
you're going to easily get through them. Their transitions out have
Think
been
that would really
so clean.
make
We
a big
got lot
difference
of
for the
examples of that
Ultimates.
in the first game, but we're seeing it here again in the second. Another clear forward from Magic Bear. Even on low boost, Gen.G still managed to force
Still
some
no
sort of
drops?
play, which in turn forces the Ultimates on a little bit lower resources on their transitions out. Cheese 1v1 on LJ. LJ tried his hardest, and Justin pops this one on up. Again, there comes that very quick, clear transition out for Gen.G.
And that was a good pop from Justin because
Bring back
LJ
the
was a
Gibbs
threat
third
to
man
50 that
position.
ball, but Justin
Good old
getting the
days,
necessary
dude.
height to
Good
get it up
old
and over, but
days.
does drop it down into a perilous spot. Ball kicks out to Justin.
Imagine
He's
if
gonna
that
play
was a
off the
world
backboard. Tries
in
to make
which
things awkward for
it was
Chronic,
still
but
being
Chronic
played and teams had
handles it nicely.
goalies. Who's their
LJ
goalie?
moving upfield, great 50 from Magic Bear. He's going to get another 50 on it. That gives space to Cheese. Cheese off the ceiling, goes for the ceiling shot. First Killer will save it off to the side. but more pressure coming out for Gen.G.
Magic Bear past one. The low boost. Justin was already there on the ground. That's a great attempt forward. She's tried to put it on in. It's just not enough. It's 3 minutes. Still reminiscent of that game one. Very scoreless.
Look at that pass.
In the opening.
And that was a good pass from Justin as well. The first half of this game hurt completely Gen.G. It's still scoreless, but Gen.G has been the one who's putting up these opportunities.
Again, a lot of it in turn comes to the fact that there's one, a lot of tape on the ultimates. Two, they are slowly figuring this team out more frequently than most. They're right up there with Gen.G on attempts to at least take them down. Magic Bear 50 this one back. First killer just to follow, and like you said, it's all Gen.G right now. Even when the ultimates have the ball, it feels slower, but that's a fast shot.
Nice miss.
And another goal for
AKA
Gen.G.
pass.
And look at the options they have. Magic Bear could pass it back to
Oh,
Cheese, but
frick YouTube.
instead, he goes for the hard hit off the backboard.
That's a good pass.
What the Ultimates expected.
That's a good pass. You have to respect it if you're LJ, dude. Gen.G. What was I thinking? Me and the rest of chat are a bunch of non-ball knowers.
And I love that play from Gen.G.
It's just the
Gen.G is the new Overseers.
Right? Like you said, you want to see Justin
Trust they beat NRG.
Shooting, being a striker for this squad. It's that extra bit of
We shall see, dude.
been missing.
I mean, that's
Now on the flip side,
unfortunately not a great look for our king, dude. If Gen.G really does take over.
A little bit quieter one, but he's gonna take this ball, try and open something up for the ultimates. Back down out mid, 2v1, and it still pops in favor of Gen.G. Gen.G have just done an incredible job of mirroring and matching the pace of the ultimates and not even letting themselves get worn out.
Have a reset.
Who won in the bar exam versus beating NRG arguments?
Trying to control it off.
Because as I walked to the restroom, I thought to myself, I know what I would argue. I'd argue that it's harder to beat NRG. If I took 3 brand new people, random, off the street, I feel like I'd have more confidence in dropping them in like a law school and eventually, over time, eventually getting them to pass the bar exam at some point. But I don't think I could ever get a group of random people to beat NRG, so therefore it's harder.
With less than a minute to go.
In the plan, Ferg gives the players the creativity.
Daz lost because he didn't state that less people have beaten NRG than passed the bar exam.
High-performance replay, where Magic Bear has the option to go with the give and go with Cheese.
So Baby Fear is going to be a lawyer. It's more likely that Baby Fear is a lawyer than Baby Fear beats NRG on a Sunday. What if they are French? Oh, well, if they're French, yeah, no, beating NRG is easy. I didn't realize the random people were French.
Just unfortunate, goes straight into the nose of FK, and he sees his opportunity, seizes it, and 39 on the clock. There is time for
I thought she said seizes like a zit,
He does. No
but he saw an opportunity and he seizes it.
That was missed opportunity.
I thought it was he seizes it, which I was like, wait a second, this is. Let me write this down. This is some next level kind of stuff I need to start using.
Players are trying to take him out, and he's able to navigate around him, and that was a huge play right there. If Justin gets bumped, that's likely the equalizing goal.
9 seconds. Taking their time. Ultimates have a tiny bit of last second pressure, but Gen.G is going to put an end to it right here.
How many hours does it take to pass a bar exam?
Taking his time, has to get around.
How many more hours? I mean, the thing is, you just can't get RLCS, like, number of hours does not get you to RLCS level. You have to have some talent that people will just never be able to do it, no matter how much they work.
And it feels like this has to be a timeout.
Whereas I think you could eventually pass the bar exam with enough work for most people. Might take a lot more work than other people, but you'll get there eventually. You'll never become an RLCS pro. Sorry, is this hurting anybody's feelings in chat? So wait, I'm not going pro? I mean, some people in chat might be able to go pro. Just to be clear, you know, we had Red Mob in the chat before, so like the answer for someone like that is different. But
Gen.G system is a set of constraints that allows these players to be so.
can a brother get his subs? Oh, okay. Yeah, if they're gonna go to a timeout, which probably they are, we can play Win Fear's money. Have they confirmed the timeout? They did. They've confirmed the timeout, which means it is time to play Win Fear's money. Everyone's favorite game. Aclasio for 5 gifted subs in the chat. Heads or tails? Aclasio is going tails. Bang! He does it! He's him! Dude, every time they show Chronic, he looks really sad. One thing I've noticed is like him during replays looks like really, really sad. Which obviously he might be slightly sad because he's down 2, but like... Alright, that being said, Aclasio. The banker has given me an offer. Risk your 5 gifted for 10 gifted. If you get 1 more coin flip. Will you be taking it? Are you cashing out? He's not. He wants tails again. Double tails! Double tails for 10 gifted. Risking the 5 gifted for 10. Bang! You can never lose! The banker is willing to offer you 20 gifted subs if you risk your 10. Do you want to cash out or do you accept the deal? He's asking chat to help him know. Should he keep going? One more, keep going, cash out, accept, do tails. Did your mama raise a quitter? We love you no matter what. He's going one more! One more! From 10 to 20. Oh, should not have gone one more. I am sorry. But it does land heads. And you walk away with nothing. That's the game. Thank you for playing Win Fear's money. You did not win Fear's money. Ban me? No, you don't. You don't get banned. You're fine. When I win Fear's money, I'm gonna go till I hit 1 milli. You know you might get nothing like Aclasio just did.
Potentially here for Gen.G. LJ trying to get the 50. Justin gets the mid boost. Solo play opportunity from Justin. Went for the dunk. but didn't get it.
Is anyone else's brain like just wired to Justin keeps it alive? Literally every time I hear Justin when I'm watching these games, my brain says keeps it alive. Like every time. No, just you? Okay, cool. Cool.
Finally sneak and find their way through.
And even last game, first killer, even when he's low, finds ways to weave that through.
You love it when Fear shows kids how to gamble? Wait. You guys are kids? Type 1 in chat if you're a small kid and you now realize that gambling is really fun and you're going to go gamble.
One goal lead. Will they be able to hold on to it?
To see if it builds some momentum. LJ off the ceiling, tried to get down first killer. Chronic fast enough to get off the back.
What do you guys think has done more damage to kids?
Now Gen.G,
my stream, which would be a 1 in the chat. And before you start typing 1, please just hear me out for the second thing, okay? Or loot boxes in video games.
LJ going for a flip reset 50. First killer's already up. Pinches it.
Certainly it's got to be loot boxes in video games, right?
It's a bit chaotic in front of net. Gen.G do manage to clear to the corner.
still typing 1. You know what's crazy is I know that loot boxes are just terrible and you know absolutely are, you know, kid gambling or whatever, just video game gambling, and yet still I want them back, dude. Does that mean I'm I think that means I'm a gambling addict. I think that's what that means. I still like the system. Well, personally, I don't have a gambling problem is what I tell everyone. So I had no issue. I just never opened the crates because I, you know, didn't like them, but I liked that everyone else had fun and then I could get items with it. Basically, I benefited off of the people who would gamble and lose a ton of money. So does it make me a bad person to want loot crates back so that other people can gamble, lose a lot of money, but then get me the items?
That's a nice bounce up, but again, these touches between Gen.G are so...
When you put it like that...
Musty up, bounce out, cheese to the backboard. You saw Magic Bear in the corner too, just trying to bump around and give Gen.G a little bit more possession time. But for now, Ultimates doing a little bit better of at least keeping these ones on out. Dead ball there by
Keep gambling is great now for when someone's playing Win Fear's money.
LJ last back will pop it up. Now Magic Bear uncontested. Goes for an air dribble 50. Rebound out in front.
Trading or loot boxes, pick 1. Oh, for sure trading. I mean, trading is still just better because then, yeah, you got to go trading. Loot boxes were only good because trading existed. Loot boxes without trading, are you kidding me? No way. Absolutely no way. Not in a million years. Oh my goodness, the ultimates. What are you doing? Dude, another LJ soft touch thinking he's going to get to it. Or a teammate's going to get to it and then getting bumps.
As soon as I nosedive into you, you take that shot.
Maybe it's time to just start banging the ball, dude. Maybe the base way to play Rocket League is just slam the ball every time. Oh my goodness, FK. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Type 1 if you can hit that. That was a pretty good shot, I think. That's in my bag.
Not quite. The Ultimates are not going down without a fight. As this one goes back, this could hit the ground. LJ said maybe one more, but 2 is enough to take a
Chat looks a lot more hive-minded on mobile without 7TV.
Heroic efforts find their wins.
That was kind of like buh over shaky flip explode. How? Can you expand? Please expand on how that shot was kind of like buh over shaky flip explode. No?
And that was to take the lead in a critical point in the series. If Ultimates lose,
That was quite
they're gonna be
clutch.
forced to reverse sweep a best of 7, which you can
Drops
pretty
not
much
on
one
this
hand. How
weekend?
many
I don't
times
know, man.
you've seen that happen in
What
real
happened
life?
to the game I loved? You know?
My, oh my,
See,
first
Chronic,
killer,
his team just won.
big
Still
moment,
looks pretty
and
sad.
a
Like,
big-time impact play.
I don't know. I know he's not a sad kid. Every time I've interacted with him, he seems like a pretty upbeat dude. I don't know. I don't think he's a sad kid. I think it's just something about the lighting or...
This weekend, oh my, that was amazing.
That was the most first killer essence.
You never know who's a sad kid. It's true. True. You never do.
Right? It felt like they were so
W,
quiet
mental health
in those
awareness.
first two games. You just know
That being said,
this is the one. This shot right here. That's the one.
I hope he's not sad.
The Ultimates, the ego and the
Wait, smile?
the rest of this
He's smiling?
to now
He's cured?
stop respecting Gen.G, right? To now just
I still
full-send it
can't-
onto them in every single
still
moment.
can't get over how
Every play.
First
All
Killer
they have
looks
to
like
do
he
is just
lives
be
like
a little bit speedier, find a little bit more space
in
and
heaven.
that backboard,
Literally, like,
that
if
net is there.
On the flip
if someone
side,
wanted to
though,
set
as
up
you're
like a
right, you're
room
saying
that's like,
how
oh,
many
this is like a
times
room that
they hit a
exists
shot
like in
that.
heaven.
We've
Like that's what they do. Just
clinical
pure
on
white
how we've been
everywhere.
breaking these guys down on
Nothing on the
defense, how we've
walls.
been
It's like this is the heaven
generating
room.
First killer, he hit a first
He lives in an
killer shot, but he
operating
can't do
room.
that over and over again, can he?
He's in a dictator's
And
estate.
That's maybe what Greg is saying. And
Oh my
already
goodness,
off
what's
kickoff,
going on?
We see Gen.G get a goal 3 seconds in.
You want to ask if they can hit a shot like multiple times in a row? Let's talk about
Oh, he got diced so hard. Oh my goodness, dude. I didn't see it on the first go, but FK got absolutely ankles broken. Cheese is getting pretty high in ones.
Who has had a great series so far.
He really has. And now you got to see.
Cheese
how
might
well
be,
this Illinois
you know,
that was an area of struggle for
sneaky
him for
little
a long
underdog for
time.
RLCS ones.
It's fine. If you got Justin on your back line, you can definitely breathe.
Unironically, a gold would have
in
saved
those
that.
moments.
You're
Nice
right.
clear there as Eldred tries to get
A
around it.
gold might be,
Very
I mean, let's go with like
side.
plat.
Justin
Gold.
Feer.
I'm definitely
In
not a
his
paid chatter.
Yo, thank you, Reeler Oliver, for the 8 months prime. But yeah, there's no way that a 0 IQ like low rank is getting faked there. They're just diving at the ball.
Keep them out.
Heads up play there. Going for the demo. Able to get a 1-2 clear. But first killer defensively, he was able to get that ball up and over the
Gold
oncoming
can't get
challenge,
faked because
and
he's
then also
unaware.
got that ball out
And the
to
ball was on the
first
ground, so
killer.
you're right. Gold maybe could handle that.
It just seems like a trademark of all first killer teams where it doesn't matter who he's playing with. Out there, he does so much work.
Ooh, Justin hit these?
Double.
Wow, I
Great
think
block
he
there
actually
by
did have the
Chronic.
angle.
Magic Bear gets it past. Tough shot, double commit by the Ultimates, but it's boomed all the way downfield, and Justin, I think, won't get that corner. But he does manage to get it, and it looks like a bit of a team bump by the Ultimates as well.
I mean, again, a lot of this is coming down
I
to
just-
the level
dude,
of
this
speed
Gen.G
that Gen.G 's
upgrade,
forcing them into,
I'm not even
right?
talking about
The Ultimates
necessarily
trying to
changing
keep a
Retals.
flow in it right
From
now, but
Open
Gen.G 's
1 and Open
slowly
2,
trying to ramp up.
I was
LJ
like-
number one, catch
I was just
the
on
FK,
historic lows. Oh, what a save.
around and
On the Gen.G
still
squad. I was
keeps
like,
them
man,
out.
this, you know,
That was a
tough break. What can you do?
nice pass from first killer, and maybe
but not everybody can be the best at Rocket League. Then they win the regional with Retals, and I was like, man, that did not seem possible. And now they're just still cooking. They're still cooking, and Justin looks like he's still insane. And I mean, I should know better, but I'm like slowly, I'm having to really get taught time and time again that Gen.G really is those guys right now. You know? I'm like, wait, they're beating the Ultimates. They're crushing them. They've been destroying this game. Are they just those guys? Who'd they lose to? Why are they down here? Maybe that'll make me feel better. What are they doing down here? They shouldn't be down here if they're the team that they are playing like. I'm sure you guys have it memorized, but I'm gonna go look at it while I cover the chat. Oh, NRG. That's fine. Never mind. Never mind. That's fine. They can lose the NRG. Dude, are they just them?
And I believe it was T-Bait who was talking about it earlier on the pre-show, where you can see that belief.
Is Gen.G not too? I mean, by points, they're easily not too. Especially because they're going to be pushing Ultimates down to a top 8. Which means Ultimates are going to have a top A top 8, top 8? Is that right?
Just based on the way
Or a top
they're
6,
playing
top
the
8,
game,
right?
The way they're executing it, particularly Cheese out there, has been.
That's not looking good for
he has
Ultimates.
been
Ultimates are
the
going to
heart
have
and soul
a
of the team
Gen.G
in this
level
series for
finish
Gen.G.
there to get to the major.
Slowing things down here a little bit in the corner. His first killer, nice flick over one. There comes Cheese again, of course.
Which
Cheese
they
is
can
just
do that. We're
honestly
believers that they can do that, and yet
invaluable in this series right now.
I also believed they'd
How
win
much
this
he's been
game. I was
doing
very wrong.
Up and down the
And so
field.
was
Here comes
Chat.
Justin.
Chat was wrong
Next low
too.
boost still manages, though, to transition
SSG,
Gen.G out
NRG.
of
I'm
this.
sure Automod didn't
This
allow that
game
because of
number 4
NRG.
nears its close. Ultimates really
Which-
gotta start to step things up a little bit and get
I don't know.
creative like we saw at
Automod
the end of that game number
sometimes
3.
it's really thinking hard.
The Ultimates still have time. Backward pass attempt. First killer goes for a backflip pass. Chronic beat by a mile on that ball and used up all his boost.
Ultimates have extra
Laid him
points
up
for
on
major.
Cheese. Now,
I'm
cutting
sure
off the
that's for
angle from
Worlds.
Justin. Chronic did well to open up.
Yo!
Team on attack and still Ultimates have time on attack, but
Aclasio, he felt so bad. I'm assuming he felt so bad that he gifted the 10 subs that he did not win and win Fear's money. Thank you, Aclasio.
With low boost and an open net, it seemed like I didn't think Justin had a chance at stopping that.
I'm going to tell you a secret, bud. Just so you know, not to make you feel bad about your great gifted, but I bet you the chat was okay, man. They probably weren't too bummed about it. They might have sent a message or two, you know, pretending like they were mad, but I think they don't really mind when someone loses Win Fear's money.
One challenge at a time is enough to waste precious time that they need to keep this going. LJ, air dribble down.
Yeah, because we know you rigged it.
Instead, it's just another wide open touch. First killer.
But W, Aclasio, I think that's gifted.
Another send out for Gen.G. One last attempt. If the Ultimates can
Yeah,
take
somebody
this
said you
Fear by
fumbled the coin
force,
flip. You still owe one more.
Mobile
Because in
One
theory,
already
or 10 more,
to
because if
match
you had won the coin flip, you'd have 20.
Wow. Just wow. And I hope we get to see that save on the replay. Not all saves make the replay, but I want to see that
Show the
again.
whole browser? We are showing the whole browser. Oh, you mean, I get what you're saying, on the coin flip.
Maybe 2 worth of boost. And LJ had him on the goal line. So that means LJ's got a lot of net to shoot at. And for Justin to somehow read LJ's mind and get that stop.
Dude, Gen.G take a timeout here for maximum BM. No, they don't.
That Gen.G's playing with,
Dude,
the
shout
belief
out
that they're playing with
Gen.G's.
seems to be that X factor that has put him over the
Imagine
top so
being
far.
me. Guys, I think what I'm realizing is that I'm just a Slater fan.
Look at that. It was Chronic taking the
Like
shot.
the rest of us.
And,
No way my goats get better without my boy Slater.
Maybe just didn't know how much boost he had. It was a
What is
bang, bang
BM?
play.
BM is
Well,
bad
that's
manners.
what you
It's
wanna
just like
break down
short
with a
for
couple
anytime you do anything kind of rude in gaming, like spamming what a save when someone doesn't get the save would be BM.
What you kind of, expect when you bring Justin in. You're like, all right, that's the magic man of the RLCS. He
Spamming -2 in chat when I've actually only been having a really good time and everyone's been enjoying themselves.
I can do it. And he did it, and definitely
That would be BM.
changed the trajectory of that last game into Gen.G's favor with the save. Now they're going to do it one more time. Gen.G Mobile 1 game away from
Roping
taking
when
down
winning in
one of the
Hearthstone?
absolute top teams in North America.
There's a mech called Roping.
And in commanding fashion, the one game that the Ultimates have so far was thanks to a
Justin kept it alive with that
effort
same last
from
game
First Killer.
save. Yeah, so true, dude.
Must-win
He always
game here
keeps
for
it
the
alive.
Ultimates. Already the Ultimates forced to play defense. First Killer though, solo play opportunity, quick reset, gets around 1, goes for a 50.
Oh my goodness, dude. I don't get it. It doesn't matter how good First Killer's teammates are. It always seems like it's just FK out there. Sheesh.
Double off Justin's car to dunk him. That is an opening
It has
statement for
taken
the Ultimates.
master classes from First Killer to get a win against this Gen.G squad.
That's why you can never count any team First Killers on out. But
Dude.
with a little bouncer.
Same thing with Justin, though.
I was caught being lackadaisical myself.
I'm telling you, man, this Ultimates team, they just need Kep, man. They need Kep just camped in that net. You telling me that gets past Kep with his rear end reversed all the way deep into the net? No way.
You know what? communication comes in, that you're gonna own them. And the fact that Gen.G were able to spot that, good on them. 45 seconds into this, we have a tied game. A much quicker game, too, than we've seen in the past. Usually the first 2 minutes or so are scoreless, but not this time.
The non-first killers
Getting involved on the play.
went crazy here.
From LJ. This is the ultimate that we were expecting to see in the beginning of the series.
And if you're the Ultimates or a fan of the Ultimates, you love that it was LJ and Chronic making that play happen because
We're getting all this just for Evo to beat whoever wins this? You mean Evo with an H, right? Because the winner of this plays... They don't play the NRG side. They play the boys SSG loser. So it could be Evo with an H.
Ultimates back in the lead.
Now we got to see what they can do with this momentum. That could have been
Hello,
dangerous.
Mr. Feet, DSC 1439, and Daniel hit a DSC 1439 out of nowhere. Same time.
She's around one, no room to double up the side.
Koi must have just,
very, very quick.
you know, been haunting a few chatters.
From the third man from Magic in the situation, but when you're playing confidently enough to take those shots and you know you're going to get the touch on
Income Chronic peaking. You heard it here first. Wait, is Eros here?
It's a worthy risk.
Sometimes those calculated risks could be the difference between a game win and a game loss. And the belief by Gen.G has been paying off so far, but the individual excellence from First Killer has been shining through. Now Chronic has a chance to do something. Goes for an extra air dribble. Cheese takes it off his hands, stays behind it, and 50s it out at the midfield.
Is Diacito playing? No, Diacito got early match against the Ultimates due to the Ultimates DQ and lost to them. So Complexity eliminated Omega early, basically because LJ's power went out.
Recognizing that, all right, this isn't actually going to unfold into anything for us. It's better just to be a little
They also
more
lost the space station, to be fair, but
even out of their half. Chronic gonna try and box them back into their side. 2 resets forward. Nice touch there in the end. Again, keeping the ultimate at least on the push.
Chronic in the show of good sportsmanship smiles as Gen.G wins, becoming happy and thus peaking in life.
First Killer will challenge this off the ceiling and booms it past the midfield. Great challenge there, and
so he has a Zen moment where he discovers winning isn't everything.
Bites Gen.G. First Killer will loop back into the play with that full boost, but Cheese gets it around and 50 back to First
So
Killer.
last night I was watching a movie that apparently Dr. Feer and her friends had seen a bunch growing up, but I didn't even know it existed, I'll be honest. Called Stick It. Anybody seen it? Anybody seen Stick It? But I'm going to drop Stick It spoilers just so you guys know. This is like 10-plus-year-old movie. So in case you were really planning on watching Stick It and not getting the spoilers, just know that I am going to be spoiling it right now. The end of it is a gymnastics movie, and they start hating on the judges who are being biased, and they decide that they can decide whoever they want can get the win if they just don't do a routine. If they only let one person do a routine, then that person wins by default. So anyways, this was really relevant to what I was going to say that I forgot. I forgot because the story took so long, but somehow it was going to be relevant. Maybe I was going to say that Chronic is doing that, losing intentionally to let Gen.G go. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember at this point. Just wasted 30 seconds of my life listening to this. It was something about Chronic, I think, and his happiness, because they smiled while they lost. I think. I don't know. You spoiled it for zero reason. Yeah, I guess now I just spoiled the movie for absolutely no reason at all.
30 seconds on the clock. 1 goal lead for the Ultimates. Maybe they can turn it into 2 and breathe a little better into the next 20 seconds or so. Here's Chronic.
Hey! The Ultimates not getting 4-1. You were going to go see Stick It for your birthday? What do you mean go see it? It's not in theaters anywhere. It's the oldest movie. Well, it's not the oldest movie. I'm sure there's older movies. It's a very old movie.
They have bounced back. They are right back in this series. This was the foothold they needed. They needed this win so badly, and in this fashion as well. I think this is going to be...
It's the oldest movie? Yeah, I'll take it back. It is. It's the oldest movie.
And it might be everyone showing up to the party now for the ultimates, which could spell.
I think he's saying that if FK's team were the only team in the league, maybe he could actually win Worlds. No, that's way more toxic than I was trying to say.
Foot forward in their attempt to take down Gen.G Mobile 1. And like you said, right?
Wait,
it's
another
a huge confidence booster. This
person
really all
drinking from a
kicks
plastic
off
water bottle.
with
What
that
is this?
FK touch
To be fair,
from
Chronic drinks from a regular water bottle.
Double off the backboard.
That isn't just plastic.
All right, ultimates are back. I've seen enough. They're going to
Which is like the only person we can think of that just drinks from a regular old reusable water bottle.
There's been more frequent moments for Gen.G to get a little, you know, stumbly. I don't want to say they're caught off guard or they're playing bad because they definitely aren't. They still are playing a very clean game to their standards.
Fear, what will you do when you hit 1 million? I know one hit 1 million just love to touch.
I think it's just
Hmm?
LJ
No, I get that. I totally understand that message.
doing so much work to keep them in the series up to this point. And I think this game
Did FK get rid of your
LJ
decorations? I know. I need to put some more decorations in his room again.
Joining the party, having a big game. Chronic 2 goals that game. LJ 2 assists, and then that another stellar goal from First Killer. And they're right back in this.
Soul Man, look at the 5 months prime.
Going into game 7. So this
For 28,
I was
9,
curious if they'd be using
9
that
subs in the
timeout
day,
now
baby. And we are in the
to
3rd
try
hour of the
to
stream, so we are
Tokyo,
chilling. That is above the marbles
or,
line,
they're
as they
gonna
say.
Just go right into it, and it looks like they are. No timeout called for Gen.G. They're going to try to.
What's your
end the
McNugget sauce order? I don't really eat McDonald's.
One more attempt for Gen.G Mobile 1 to end
I
but another chance for the ultimates
don't
to
like it.
force us into champions.
Where's
We're
Reynolds?
gonna
Did he
see
retire?
the ultimates
No, he's
continue
playing
their
with
momentum. For
the
now,
Rebellions.
Gen.G
Two-piece
is
and Parth.
offside, but FK, even on low boost, manages to get him out. Tried to get it past
It's a Bazinator.
Simo 900 cool.
With low
They're gonna see one for 5 months. Simo 900 cool.
Magic Bear clings it off the bar. These last 2 games, the Magic Bear and the bar have been having issues.
Do we think Reynolds wants to retire?
The question was talking about when it was the
I
bar
feel like he's
Sam,
kind of
I
still
don't know if
balling. I
Magic
think
Bear
he'll just go with
You know what?
other
That
players, right?
might have been the one.
Do you like Wingstop? Yeah, I'm a fan. Anyone else think the Ultimates logo reminds them of Wingstop?
Reset, but not given the time.
I think when the Major had the overlay green, it was closer.
Get possession cleanly. Cheese will go for net. LJ pops it up. First Killer also goes. This could be good for Gen.G, but LJ does grab that corner boost. Test for Magic Bear, the infield pass.
You hope Reynolds doesn't retire after Worlds? Think Shopify will be crazy after a year of learning? I think that Reynolds should do something that he has now never done, which is do a bit more of a mix-up. I don't know. I mean, I guess Magic Bear and Cheese, which he stuck with for a really long time, are now cooking, but they're cooking without him, which is a bummer. What is your go-to Wingstop order? I get wings. I like lemon pepper, just buffalo, hot or original. What if he switched to Dominus? No, that'd be a mistake.
He's getting way more involved on these attacks, and the creativity from him to try and get the ultimates on in is really what should be, you know, making Gen.G fear them a little bit more than they were in the first few games of this
What
series.
is Magic Bear's last name, and what is this avocado joke?
LJ, he catches it. And Magic Bear,
I personally, I get it because I'm hip with the kids, but someone else was asking earlier in chat. Oh, it's Ace Veto. It's his last name. Got it. There it is. I understand it now. His name is similar to avocado. Sheesh! No way Gen.G choke it, right? I will pretend that I've never, you know, doubted them for a second if they do end up winning, like I said in the first place, but yeah, no, that's Magic Bear's last name. Yeah, his street address is 6423 East Wimbledon Way.
Are doing a much better job of just catching these Gen.G attempts out.
And there's that individual excellence on display again. LJ perhaps trying to fake.
It's
hit the defense thinking
14-39
and allow that
Wallaby Way, Sydney.
Justin not even pre-jumping, maybe expecting the fake and wanting to play the follow-up shot, but LJ blasted that right underneath the crossbar. You got to respect the shot when LJ is up. Otherwise, that might happen. Ultimates up by 1. Less than 2 minutes to go. Gen.G. Do they have what it takes?
You're pretty sure Justin said they're basically just using the system Reddles had with a few changes.
Chronic still staying in the play. First killer. Hard hit off the ceiling. Now.
So basically, Reddles is still on the team, is what you're telling me.
Nice little throw down there, but again, these clean catches out from Gen.G are really what are going to help them get back into that.
How's me Nah going? Because if Nah has 100 million haters, Team Vision is winning. They're going to be up 3-1.
Justin and down. Great follow from Magic there, and that's what Gen.G's kind of been missing in the last few moments of this game is the speed in which they follow each other is just a lot slower than it was before.
And the Ultimate's pace is picked up. Cheese won't be able to get there in time. First killer wins it around and melting even more time off the clock. LJ going for a solo play. Magic Bear gets it back down to the ground though. First killer jumps immediately, didn't want to have to deal with a bump and got a piece of that ball. Chronic slow plays it and hands it off to LJ. The composure from Chronic on that play, so important. Let Ultimates get out quite quickly.
It looks like we may just be going game 7.
Final 30 seconds. Justin going for a 50. LJ had to jump from a standstill. Will be contested. Justin the drop pass. Nobody's there. And
Up to
LJ
FK. Oof.
And the first killer going for a shot.
10.
You think Gen.G takes it now?
10 Gen.G.
Nah, the Ultimates were always going to win, like I always said, and I never doubted. Even when the Ultimates were down 3-1. I was not saying that everyone else knows ball and I'm an idiot. I was saying, oh.
0-second goal for Gen.G Mobile 1.
Iconic from Cheese. Justin says I have
Oh
an
my
easy
goodness,
0-second
dude.
shot. Here you go, Cheese. I'll tee you
I
up.
was saying how I still believe in the Ultimates. They're going to win it all. They're going to be unaffected. No way.
And that will do it. Cheese ends it, seals the deal, and puts Gen.G past the Ultimates.
Kiss the ring. Gen.G Mobile 1 are not a fluke. This is a top team.
Dude, he's rapping. He's rapping, man.
America.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, they're loving it. Whatever he's saying.
We just saw that. Literally 4 seconds. He scored in 0 seconds to force overtime and then pounces.
They're loving it, dude.
Touch from first killer to end the series.
They are loving it.